Hello, I'm Stephen Cooley and welcome to today's show. You know, we try to keep you updated on everything going on in the real estate market, and it's been fun for the last 21 years talking about real estate with you guys. And so today I've got a great question that someone's asking. I'm getting asked this a lot. So here's the question. Interest rates are going up. Is it still a good time to buy a home? The simple answer to that is yes. It's a good time to buy a home, and honestly, it's probably better than it was 6 months ago when interest rates were 3 or 3.5%, and let me explain why. Last year, a buyer who wanted to buy a home could not win one. And what I mean by win is there was one home in their price range in the area that they wanted to live. That one home was on the market for less than a day, and that home would get 20 to 50 offers. There was one buyer who won that home, and the other 25 to 49 buyers didn't get the house. And that one buyer who won the home had to overpay for the home, sometimes $25,000 to $100,000 more than the list price. And by the way, the list price was already high. That one buyer won the home out of all the other people who wanted it by paying cash, oftentimes not even getting to see the home in person, accepting the home as is with no inspections, which is always very tough, paying the difference between the sales price and the appraisal. And that buyer had to adhere to every seller term that the seller wanted. And because the seller and the listing agent could get away with it, they did not even pay the buyer's agent, and oftentimes the buyer had to pay the agent out of their pocket. Now it's true, if that buyer had gotten a loan, it would have been at a lower rate if the seller would have allowed a loan instead of paying cash. And that payment back then would have been a couple $100 less than the payment today with higher rates. But most buyers never got the chance to even get a loan because they did not win the house. And the buyer who won the home overpaid for the property, and that price is locked in forever. Now today with higher rates, there are less buyers, simply because folks do not want to pay the higher rate. But that buyer today can see the home in person. Maybe see even more than one home as inventory builds up. Go back home and sleep on it before making an offer. Pay the correct value and not overpay like they would have 6 months ago. Be able to get a home inspection and have an appraisal on the property. And maybe even ask for some seller concessions like closing cost or a home warranty. And as soon as rates drop, the buyer today can refinance that loan at little to no out-of-pocket money and get the newer rate when rates come down, and they will come down. House payments today with the higher rate are still lower than the same home if it was for rent. House payments today with the higher rate still are taking less of people's monthly salary than it did 20 years ago. My first home loan was 11%, my second home loan was 9%, and my third home loan was 8.5%. And because of the buildup of equity in those three homes, I paid cash for my fourth home. Stephen Cooley has never had a rate below 8%. Now think about that. Here at Stephen Cooley Real Estate, we have trained real estate experts that will give you the absolute current best advice in real estate, whether you're selling a home or buying a home. Give us a call here today. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, tap like and leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and turn on your bell notifications so you don't miss any future videos.